She died at sunset, facing west. Her own society, this room, her soul, its offing. A vastness like a sea, these six endured on coffin ships. Her bark, their burden now. In her hands, two heliotropes, whose mind was measured noon. Each consciousness must emigrate. Her passage stayed at home, while these stalwarts made literal the crux of their Imran. Through swells of gray immensity, their turns in remnant holds, and wakes distill their ecstasies until they fathomed here. Now horizon is this transit, admitted by the train that passes through her rose estates into unstopped expanse. They bear her single privacy, surpassed as coal to pearl, the center and circumference cracked open like a seal. The meadow opens through the gate, the paradise of now, where cricket consorts play the bones above the undertow. Incense of apple blossom drifts with bell notes in the trees, and resurrection's gifts embark at dew's velocity.
I felt a funeral in my brain, and mourners to and fro kept treading till it seemed that sense was breaking through. And when they all were seated, a service like a drum kept beating, till I thought my mind was going numb. And then I heard them lift a box and creak across my soul with those same boots of lead again. Then space began to toll, and all the heavens were a bell, and being but an ear, and I and silence, some strange race wrecked, solitary, here. And then a plank in reason broke, and I dropped down and hit a world at every plunge, and finished knowing then.
Ample make this bed with awe. In it wait till judgment break excellent and fair. Be its mattress straight, be its pillow round. Let no sunrise yellow noise interrupt this ground.
That's it, lads. She's under the light, yet under the grass and the dirt, under the beetle's cellar, under the clover's root.
She's further than arm could reach, were it giant long.
Further than sunshine could to where the day year long.
She's over the light, yet over the arc of the bird.
Over the comet's chimney, over the cubit's head.
Further than guess can gallop, further than riddle ride.
Oh, for a disk to the distance between ourselves and the dead.
Emily Dickinson's funeral was private, no flowers. She was taken to the cemetery by the Irish, if you can believe it. Out the back door, across the fields, by the Irish. Out the back door, that's where they take out pariahs, assassins, degenerates. And this, at her request.
That odd old thing is dead a day. We miss her stated hat. 'Twas such an evening, bright and stiff. Her faded lamp went out.
I can't understand why you'd be missing her, Dennis Scannell.
Me?
Here's something she wrote about you to her brother Austin. Her little helper, Billy Kelly, gave it to Cashman here.
Kelly?
He copied it and gave it to me.
No, where did you get it?
I saw Dennis waltzing with the cow and suspected his status. But afterward, he started for your house in a frame that was unmistakable. You told me he hadn't tasted liquor since his wife's decease. She must have been living at 6 o'clock last evening. I fear for the rectitude of the barn.
She was none too fond of the general Irish, don't you know? Here's from an old letter Billy purloined from from Austin's desk, referring to the young Irish boys.
Where did you get these letters?
Oh, jeez, I can't be telling you that right now. The young Irish boys Austin was turning into scholars in Boston. Vinnie, that would be her sister, Miss Lavinia. Vinnie and I say masses for poor Irish boys' souls. So far as I am concerned, I should like to have you kill some. There are so many now. There's no room for the Americans.
Excuse me, but you gentlemen must have something better to do than spying on some old maid. Can you imagine the two of you running around with filched copies of her correspondence in your breeches? Just more than a bit queer. Give me that letter, Dennis, cash. I'm going back to the Dickinsons to help Maggie with the putting away, and I hope you'll behave yourselves while I'm gone.